right? And if that makes you nervous, then you gotta get hyped. Where I come from in the South, we say that poetry and hip hop are not like golf, right? We say that because it means you don't have to wait to the end of the poem to be like, all right? So if you hear something that you like, right? If you hear something that you connect to, a line that stands out to you, you can snap. Can we practice that real quick? Can y'all snap? Right. Yeah. If you cannot snap, you can hit these two fingers together like this. No, I'm just playing. That doesn't do it again. But I appreciate y'all for trying. I was at the students willing to try. I was like, oh man, you got me. You can let out what I like to call the grandma cookies noise. You hear something that moves you, good. Right? But at the end of a poem, you can get hyped. You don't have to snap. You can like scream, holler, do backflips. Just kidding. Don't get me in trouble. But you can make noise. You can make noise, yeah? So this is a poem that I wrote many, many years ago, but it always reminds me where I come from and who I come from. Yeah? So this poem is about my X chromosome, a really big word. Does anybody know what a chromosome is before I start the poem? What is it? Yeah. Gender. Yeah, for sure. It has to do with gender, it has to do with your genes, right? Not your genes like what you wear in freshmen shoes, right? But the genes, the things that make you who you are. And when you're a woman, you get 2 X chromosomes, right? When you're a man, you get an X from your mother, and you get a Y from your father. This poem is called X chromosome because it's about my mother. Yes, yeah. And it goes something like this. I swear allegiance to my X chromosome, the one my mother gave me, the one that pushed moms for 17 years so we could eat. I swear allegiance to my X chromosome because mama was my guardian, papa was a rolling stone, now papa was a doctor. Precisely penning patient prescription dosages down to the milligram, but always going to come up short on our monthly child support checks and from my mother. Our mothers try to write inspirational songs of life to deadbeats. Deadbeats. So the children have no support, but I cling to the hope that it's gonna get better. Though feeling under the weather, I wonder whether wonderful pleasure will ever come from direction. Once my mother struggle forever, there's no light, she's stuck in the cell. It seems like it's like everyone is against the depression is present. Because the pressure is stressing every day is a setup. Another vendetta, a letter from my father meant to ruffle her feathers, hit the plunder and shred up a credit like federal debt, but she won't let up. Or respond to those letters. So I have sworn allegiance to my X chromosome. See the time of my coming into this world. My mother went through labor twice. My mother's eyes, my mother's pupils dilated 10 centimeters. Her gaze giving birth to a love for me that will never die. And though I carry the color of Mars in my blood, it is Venus that remains closer to the sun. Closer to her sun, but now Venus is on the run, and where 99% of all the murder, rape, violence, and war have been caused by us men, and we still say it's a man's world, like that's been working for us. When male, so violence has equal malevolence. We say it's a man's world, all men and opposite sex and females, and women who have menstrual cycles until menopause, and want my men to pause. Think twice. The next time you see something you like and feel the need to be like, damn, you make it nice. I just say word and I say word, I didn't be off to the races. Think twice. And imagine your mother's face. Imagine your mother's face on her shoulders. Every woman is somebody's daughter. What do we want for our daughters? Most women be somebody's mother, grandmother. I stand, hover over history, wonder how we pray to our father, but sit against our mother earth, mother nature, motherland. I want to rubber band my arms so tight, isolate the vein, bring the needle so close that I can probe the bone, extract the testosterone with overdose on estrogen until it's overflowing so I can strengthen my feminine side. And we hear the word feminist, right? New age. As if feminism were a novelty, when feminism was conceived on the Eve split from an oppressive Adam, Eve split from Adam, Eve split in Adam. And the energy release was empowerment. A new vision through nuclear fission, and the nuclear family saw its first revision, changed our trajectory, all through our arc, the arc that Joan built, the leader, forget Bonaparte, it was Joan of Arc. You see, from the start, women looked at the stars, stargazing, sojourning for truth, and it was found sometimes written in dirt with callous fingers, sometimes parked in a bus seat, Rosa couldn't believe by sitting down. Women can take a stand sometimes through suffering or suffrage, and I like to think that true women MCs, artists, poets, musicians, have learned from Harriet Tubman. So they keep their tracks underground, making music and poetry to bring their people to the promised land. And I find truth. I find power in my mama's hands. Pushing a broom for 17 years with my own. Consider myself a man on my own. I raise my hands and swear allegiance to my X chromosome. That's called spoken word.
You Japan
instrumental,
instrumental,
right?
You're in Japan instrumental. Just say, guys speak up.
And the cool thing about poetry, growing up as a young
Just say,
MC,
you guys
when I write to music,
You guys speak up.
it has to rhyme. right?
Ele Japan instrumental.
When I write poetry,
Ah, yes.
right, I can rhyme, I can stop rhyming, I can rhyme sometimes and not rhyme other times. There's no limits to the story I can tell, right? So poetry gave me a chance to tell my story in any form that I wanted. Yes.
You ran fast.
I can rhyme fast.
Bro.
Okay.
The man just
Break the world record. Down south southern. Moonshine run a bathtub full of vinegar for the goon spot, trying to put the bulls out. I mean, when I poolside, brother, have you done like a mule with the hoops tied on it? Sinking in the deep end of an ocean for the week tonight. Y'all don't worry to come my lungs get whole. Y'all is more than every single rapper, every punching in the verse while I cycle till the sun gets cold. And the flow is so sharp, weaving through the gills of a hammerhead shark, like a Barry Sanders cutting through the secondary yellow to the carry. You can leave the scrubs and I'm still going ball. What I'm trying to say is that I'm not afraid of one accommodate and get intimidated. Any kind of thinking funny little jokes, trying to find a way to make a little money off the culture we define as sacred. Treading water, drowning in a pool, shoulda, coulda, woulda, foolish. So I put another shoe into the gutter where the past was still a chance for the foot advance. Other looking back at a roll full of ash. Language of suicide, you were quite fluent. I said language of suicide, you were quite fluent. Only thing I ever knew to do was write through it. Rooted like Buddha, trying to scuba dive sewage in the belly of the storm. Right through it.
Yo.
Oh, that every time.
It's a tie.
What you say? It's a tie? Oh man, I was going for gold. It's alright, I'm gonna try to get it for the world record.
Then yeah, a speaker instrumental.
You said what?
The instrumental.
With an instrumental?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I make music with instrumentals too. Did y'all get to hear? Did y'all listen to any of my stuff before I came? I know there's a guy who brought me here. His name is Keanu. Y'all know him, right? I say his name right?
Yeah, Keanu's good bell.
Yeah. He said he's a rapper too, so he heard some of my music. But today we're gonna work because we don't have instrumentals. We're gonna work on writing something with you all that we don't need the music for. And we don't need to rhyme. If you want to rhyme, you can rhyme. If the rhyme comes, let it come. If the rhyme doesn't come, doesn't matter. You can still write it. Yeah? So check it out. This is what I want you to do. Pull out something to write with, right? Raise your hand if you identify as a rapper. Okay, raise your hand if you identify as a poet.
A boy, maybe.
Maybe a poet. A writer? Y'all like to write at all? Okay, what kind of stuff do you like to write? Stories. So in the beginning, the history actually. Listen up. The history of poetry is storytelling.
Yo, welcome to the thing you gotta make the rap head
It's
making.
storytelling. Yeah? So if you
What?
write stories,
Do it?
you can write poems. But instead of writing someone else's story, right? There's a lot of when we talk about literature, we're reading other stories. And we're learning from those other stories. Today we're gonna write your story. Yeah? So pull out something to write with. Pull out something to write with. We're gonna take you through a process. It's gonna be very simple. But we're gonna look at what stories you have to tell.
Right on my phone.
Pull out something to write with. Paper, pens, pencils,